Computational English by Lucian Green Dereconstruction 3 and 4. 21. I prepared to be friendly. I did this by teaching meditation. First, I taught the meditation details. Second, I taught medicine. Third, I taught about seeing a psychiatrist when needed or seeing friends. In this way, I prepared to be friendly by teaching pedagogy. 22. I prepared to enable earning H1. I did this by teaching pedagogy. First, I taught the reasoning's details. Second, I taught about veganism, positivity, Nietzsche, traveling and the university education subject. Third, I taught my students how to write arguments. In this way, I prepared to enable earning H1 by teaching pedagogy. 23. I prepared to professionally develop doctors. I did this by teaching medicine. First, I taught about the digestive system. Second, I taught about the circulatory system. Third, I taught about the respiratory system. In this way, I prepared to professionally develop doctors. I did this by teaching medicine. 24. I prepared to be an expert on the brain. I did this by writing about neuroscience. First, I wrote about food. Second, I wrote about activity. Third, I wrote about sleep. In this way, I prepared to be an expert on the brain by writing about neuroscience. 25. I prepared to tell a story. I did this by writing about creativity. First, I wrote the first event description down. Second, I wrote the second event description down. Third, I connected the first event description and the second event description. In this way, I prepared to tell a story by writing about creativity. 26. I prepared to deconstruct the reconstruction of the event. I did this by reconstructing the event from other events. First, I reconstructed the event from the first event. Second, I prepared to reconstruct the event from the next event. Third, I repeated this until I had reconstructed the event from all the other events. In this way, I prepared to deconstruct the reconstruction of the event by reconstructing the event from other events. 27. I prepared to deconstruct the reconstruction of the text. I did this by reconstructing the text from other texts. First, I reconstructed the text from the first text. Second, I prepared to reconstruct the text from the next text. Third, I repeated this until I had reconstructed the text from all the other texts. In this way, I prepared to deconstruct the reconstruction of the text by reconstructing the text from other texts. 28. I prepared to eat the apple. I did this by deconstructing the object by vaporizing it. In fact, I thought of a larger object than another, e.g. I thought of a hand and an apple. First, I measured the length of my hand. Second, I measured the width of the apple. Third, I verified that the first measurement was greater than the second measurement. In this way, I prepared to eat the apple by deconstructing the object by vaporizing it. In fact, I thought of a larger object than another, e.g. I thought of a hand and an apple. 29. I prepared to shake the man's hand. I did this by loving the man by hugging him. First, I walked to him. Second, I placed my arms around him. Third, I hugged him. In this way, I prepared to shake the man's hand by loving the man by hugging him. 30. I prepared to change the state. I did this by becoming the nationalist leader. First, I reached the top of the nation. Second, I applied to become the nationalist leader. Third, I became the nationalist leader. In this way, I prepared to change the state by becoming the nationalist leader.